is no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
When criminals in this world appear and bring the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for Underdog. 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 Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who love or plunder. Underdog.
Tennessee, guess what? I got a telegram. A real telegram.
Gee, Yak, what does it say?
I don't know. I haven't opened it.
Well, open it. Don't just stand there. Maybe you've won a big prize, or you're going to have a visitor, or you've become an uncle, or...
Oh, my, Tennessee, I've inherited an airplane. What do you think of that? A real airplane.
Let me see that. You're right. You now own an aeroplane, and it happens to be ready for you right now here at the Megapolis Airport.
But what'll I do with it, Tennessee? I don't know how to fly an airplane. What'll I do with it? Huh, Tennessee? What'll I do?
I'll tell you what we'll do with it. We'll go into the airplane business. We'll start an airline. Fly people all over. We'll make a fortune.
But, Tennessee...
No buts, Yak. Leave it to me. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. Come on, men. There we are. How does that look? Smiling Yak Sky Service. We fly anybody, anywhere. Tennessee Tuxedo, manager. And for pilot, let's see. What about you, Yak? Well, how about you, Chumley? Well, there's nothing to it. Of course. That's it. I'll be pilot.
But gee, Tennessee, you don't know how to fly a plane.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all set and ready to go. Leave it to me. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
You sure, Tennessee? You sure you can fly? Can you really get it off the ground? Can you, huh? Can you? Up in the air? Really can?
Just stop talking and get in. Let's see now. The aileron lever, the manifold widget, the gas accelerator, the chronometer speedometer. Aha! Here it is. The starter. See? It says start. Now I'll just push it and... off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Oh my goodness. Turn it.
I can't. I don't know where the turner is.
It's turning itself.
That's all. That's it. Never again. Never. No.
Don't be ridiculous. There's not a scratch. In fact, any pilot looking at this plane right now would tell you we've made a perfect landing. I think I pulled the flaps when I should have turned the rudder. Or maybe I stepped on the gas when I should have adjusted the altitude. No? Of course. We've just had a little trouble with the thingamabob on the what's-it. Where's Chumley?
Where am I? We stopped? Am I finished?
Yes, we've stopped. And no, you're not finished. Now get down here and...
Hey, you. Who's in charge here?
I am. Just like the sign says. Smiling Yak Sky Service. We fly anybody, anywhere. Tennessee Tuxedo, manager, and pilot. Now, what can I do for you, sir?
My name's Rocky Maninoff, see? And it says on the sign you'll fly anybody, anywhere. Well, I want you to fly me somewhere.
Well, we can't right now. You see, we're adjusting the thingamabob. Our plane's wacket needs lubricating, and the widget has to be tightened.
Oh, no. No. We can't fly now. It's out of the question. We can't fly now. Oh, my, no.
The sign says you can, see? And I says you can. I got a little bank business to attend to, and when I come back, I'll be in kind of a hurry. I want this plane ready to take off.
But, Mr. Maninoff.
No buts. I'll be back at 3 o'clock, and if that plane ain't ready, I'll play all you goofs a little tune on my violin.
Sure. Sure, Mr. Maninoff. Sure.
Gee, Tennessee, what do we do now?
Don't worry, Chumley. Tennessee Tuxedo does not fail. We'll go see Mr. Whoopi. And so you see, Mr. Whoopi, we have to learn how a plane flies.
Well, then, let's take off. Yes, get it? Take off. I think the three-dimensional blackboard will help us. Here is the shape of an airplane wing. See how the top surface is curved and the bottom surface flat? That's what gives the plane lift and gets it into the air.
You mean because one's flat and the other is curved?
Precisely, my boy. It's a scientific fact that the faster air travels, the less pressure it has. Now, when the plane is standing still, the pressure is the same on all sides. But as the wing starts to move, the air flows across the wing, and because of the wing shape, the air moves faster across the top.
So there's less pressure on top.
Right! Very good.
And there's more pressure on the bottom.
Which pushes the plane up into the air.
Right. But you boys are sharp today.
Yes, but how do you steer it and make it go up and down?
Well, there are three main controls. The ailerons on the wings, the elevators back here on the stabilizers, and the rudder. Up in the cockpit, you'll find a control stick and two pedals. Now, the two pedals control the rudder, which allows you to turn left or right. The stick controls the elevators. When it's pulled back, the plane goes up. And when it's pushed forward, the plane goes down. Moving it from side to side controls the ailerons, which make the plane bank as it turns.
I've got it. Now I can fly. Thanks a million, Mr. Whoopi. Come on, men.
But wait! You must have hours and hours of instruction and practice before you can be a pilot. It takes a long time to learn. Well.
All right, men. We're all set. Here are the rudder pedals for turning, and here's the stick for moving the ailerons and the elevators. We're all set and ready to go.
Gee, Tennessee, it's 5 of 3. I wonder what's keeping Mr. Maninoff.
You'll never get me, copper.
After him, man. He's getting away. Hey, he's turning into the airport.
Okay, you guys, let's go.
Follow that plane.
You want I should follow that?
Listen, you, straighten out and fly right or you're gonna get it.
Sure, Mr. Maninoff, sure.
Look out!
Get it up!
Hey, we're being shot at.
Lose up!
Nice work, boys. You helped capture Rocky Maninoff, the big bank robber.
Yes, but for a while, things were really up in the air.
Well, there it is, Sergeant. This steamroller is going to flatten the Gophers' teepee and drive those Indians out of Gopher Gulch.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but how does it work?
Very simple, Sergeant. I'll just sit up here and pull the lever and...
Oh, you say Colonel got 'em steamroller? Gonna flatten TP? What we do? Oopie-doopie! You genius.
Just over the top of this hill, Sergeant. And we'll roar down and flatten those gophers.
Oh, this bear grease make road good and slippery. Turn 'em steamroller into steam sled.
Down there in the gulch is the teepee.
Don't you think we ought to be a little careful, Colonel? Those are mighty tricky Indians.
Nonsense, Sergeant. What could they do to a steamroller? Here we go.
Are we going a mite fast, Colonel?
Whoa!
They still come. What we do now?
There it is, Sergeant. There's the teepee. This time those Indians are done for. We'll get up a good head of steam and roll right over them. Throw more wood on, Sergeant. Charge! Charge!
Yeah. They still coming. What we do? Oopie-doopie! You genius.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but aren't we slowing down?
Nonsense, Sergeant. Nothing can slow down the steamroller.
Seems to me like we've come to a creaking halt.
More steam, Sergeant. More steam. Throw on more wood. You see, Sergeant? Just needed a little more power. More wood, Sergeant, more wood! Charge!
You all be with us next time. I don't think the Colonel will be so steamed up by then.
In our last episode, King Leonardo, fed up with the tough meat he was getting in Bongo Congo, had flown with Odie Coloni to Chicago to get a good New York cut steak. Biggie Rat, who had connections in Chicago, had telephoned to the notorious Natty brothers, Nutty, Nitty, and Nutty, and asked them to get rid of the king. Their first attempt failed. They planned to blow up the king's car, but something went wrong. Then the notorious Natty Boys decided to capture the king, weight him with cement, and throw him in Lake Michigan. And so, one morning...
Okay, pal. Nighty-night. Confound it, let me out of it. He said nighty-night.
Unhand the king of Bongo Congo at once, you low characters. I say unhand him or I'll...
Quiet, Shorty, you bother me.
Okay, into the car with His Majesty and let's cut out of here.
Halt, villains, varlets, assassins, disturbers of the peace, jaywalkers, halt!
Odie Coloni desperately tried to get the attention of people on the street.
Must be one of them politicians. I wonder what he's selling. Maybe it's a new kind of dance.
Unable to attract the attention of the people on the street, the gallant Odie Coloni made a daring move.
Hey, you all come back with me hat.
Step on it, Nettie. I think I hear the cops.
Odie clung to the top for dear life as the car careened through the loop and down to the pier where the Natty brothers' boat was tied up. Quickly, the three evil Natties took the still unconscious king on board and started off. Knowing that this was his last chance to save his king, Odie gave a mighty leap and just managed to catch on to the very stern of the boat. There he hung as they sped through the icy waters of Lake Michigan.
Nothing like the water. Smell that fresh air. When are we going to dump the king? Soon as we put the cement around his feet. Well, let's go then.
Knowing that there was not much time left, the gallant Odie Coloni crawled on board and crept silently forward to save his king.
Divide and conquer. That's what I must do. I shall dispose of the helmsman first. Here, my good man, see if you can see any stars with this.
Now Odie turned his attention to the other two.
Hey, there's somebody rapping on the window. See who it is. Who's that? Something funny going on here. I better take old Betsy here and see what's up.
What was up was Odie, waiting for Nutty Natty to come on deck, and then...
3 up, 3 down. Patience, Your Highness. I am coming to release you. What luck? A police boat.
There he is. There's the crook. Where's my hat, you?
I can explain everything, officer.
He could, and he did. And when the explanations were over, the notorious Natty brothers, Nutty, Nitty, and Nutty, were behind bars. The king was chiseled out of his cement overshoes, and he and Odie sat down to the biggest steak dinner of them all.
And what is more, sire, the Natty brothers confessed that they were hired by Biggie Rat to do away with you.
Biggie? Oh, I might have known it. Get me to a phone. I'll call Bongo Congo and have him arrested immediately.
A brilliant idea, Your Majesty, and I have done as you wish.
Capital, capital. Here, have another piece of steak.
Once more, the king and Odie have emerged victorious. But will Biggie and Itchy stay locked up for long? And what of the notorious Natty brothers? Don't miss the next exciting episode of The King and Odie.
The news which had recently come to the hunter was earth-shaking. The mighty hunter could hardly believe his ears. The hunter's nephew, Horace, had come for an extended visit with the hunter. Well, now, I say if you can't beat 'em, then let 'em join up. Yeah. Horace?
Yes, Unc?
How would you like to be junior partner to the world's greatest private eye, me?
Well, okay, Unc, I'll be your junior partner.
Fine, Horace, and maybe one of these days I'll give you the business. Yeah, that's a joke, son. Now, well, we'd better get on to teaching you the private eye business. Now, first thing is, you got to learn about shadowing. That is, trailing a suspect. Now, you come along with me. All right, now, you get up ahead there and try to lose me. Yeah, I'll show you how a good trailing job is done.
Okay, Unc.
I declare, look at him go. Oh, that boy really has enthusiasm. Of course, it'll take time for him to be a real private eye. Thing I got to teach him about trailing is to always keep his eye on the suspect. Yes, sir. Never look to the left, never look to the right, never look up, and never look down. Yow! Horrors! Horrors! Now, lifting off that manhole cover, son, why, that just wasn't cricket. Got to go by the rules, son.
Okay, Unc, what's next?
Well, now, next I reckon you ought to develop your powers of observation. That's what really makes a good private eye.
Well, show me, Unc.
All right, now, I've observed what's in this room. My clever eyes are every minute taking in what's around me. Now, I'll just put on this blindfold and you hide something that's in the room, and I'll tell you what it is the minute I take off the blindfold.
Oh, sure, Unc.
Yeah, you should have taken something quieter, Horace. I can tell right away that's a file cabinet he's dragging off somewhere. Okay, Unc, I'm ready. Well, now, son, according to my precise calculations, that... Horace! Horace! Well, what's wrong, Unc? You said hide something, so I just hid a piece of the floor. Now, of course, you aren't old enough to carry firearms, but I'll just give you a fancy demonstration of how they're used. Oh, boy, Unc, show me. Notice how I carry my gun in a special shoulder holster. And like every good private eye, I'm fast on the draw. You just stand back and say, go, and watch my stuff. Okay, go. Well, yeah, I reckon firearms are a mite complicated for young'uns. We'll go on to something else. Like fingerprinting. Yeah, every private eye has to be a first-rate fingerprint man. Notice carefully how I press the fingers down firmly. That's the secret, pressing them down firm. Now you try it on me. Well, sure, Unc, I get you. Make sure I press them down firm. That's it, son. You're learning just like... Yo! Now, it's easy to see you'll need to be a master of self-defense, Horace. Some fellas, I say some fellas may not take to you right off. You gonna teach me self-defense, Unc? Of course I am. The mighty hunter is a master at judo. Now watch this toss. I just grab your arm and I just pull. I just pull and pull. Well, you get the idea, don't you, son? Well, sure, Unc. It's just like they taught us in Boy Scouts. Just pull and snap like this. That what you mean, Unc? Unc? Hello, Horace Hunter here. No, but I'll take the case. I'm his new junior partner, and the hunter is out right now. That's a joke, ma'am. I say the hunter's out.
Oh.